YouTube, what's going on? We is back. It's been a long time coming, but we had a lot of stuff going on. As I can see from the previous videos. Let me clean y'all off. I always gotta clean y'all off. But yeah, from the previous videos, it's been a lot of stuff going on. It's just been a lot. So with that being said, we are back on track. For right now, I still do have court and stuff like that, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen throughout this time, but I can give y'all videos. I haven't been giving y'all videos because I've been working, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the car and stuff like that. I got my truck back, so that situation is settled, I guess, for right now. I don't know what's going on, but like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get into everything that we're gonna be doing. Lately I've been really trying to be patient, but today I'm gonna act on it. We did get the car registered and all that stuff. We took the trip all the way down to Utah, came back, did what we had to do. So now we're gonna sit the car down for a minute and remove the engine and make sure all the internals are good. So I'm gonna use this time to stock up on parts and stuff for the 300, and we definitely will be working on it. So with that being said, we are gonna pull out the engine today. Well, we're gonna work on pulling it out today. I gotta drain the oil, but first, before I do that, I gotta take the oil all the way to AutoZone. We're gonna take the oil all the way to AutoZone, stuff like that, and we're gonna go from there pretty much. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, y'all, so right now what we gotta do is get two more pieces of wood. We're gonna do one piece coming up here, that way I can get the engine the engine on the engine stand. So we're gonna have one more piece and a short piece right here, and I'm gonna put one more long piece behind the car. That way I can work under it, without anything bothering me or whatever. So we're gonna do that real quick. It's probably gonna be a little bit later once I come back to y'all, because I gotta go pick somebody up real quick, and then we'll definitely hop right back into it. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and y'all make sure y'all let me know if I should do like a 30 days straight type of deal, or we just gonna do vlogs, bro. We just gonna vlog. Not even vlog, we're gonna vlog. It's gonna sort of be like 30 days straight, but we're gonna make sure we keep it going, keep it consistent. So we own that. So this where we at right now. We're getting right. All right, y'all, so we made it back. We got the front end of the car propped up. We gotta loosen this bolt for the oil pan, and then we're gonna let the oil out. All right, step number one is done. I didn't see any metal shavings in the oil, but I did lose my oil pan plug gasket, but that's not a big deal because everything got to get replaced. So now our next step is to drain the cooling system, and then we can work our way to the front end. This time I might, because when I first built this car, I didn't have to take off the refrigerant or all that other stuff. So we're gonna try to ignore that, or like get that out the way and just take this off, because I already took the tack weld off. So we're gonna take this off and see if we can work our way around it without messing with the refrigerant or y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so next thing is getting the coolant drain. Once we get the coolant drain, then we're gonna take this front end off. And before you do that, make sure you disconnect your battery and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, so right now we got majority of, or the main part of the front end off. So right now we're just trying to figure out the best way to drain the coolant. You can either drain it from either this hose or the bottom lower hose, or you can use the little drain plug that it supplies for you. Like right, where is that? Right here. But mine is on tight, so I might have to just loosen it up with pliers and stuff. So I'm gonna grab that, and then we should be able to drain the coolant. Get the manifold off, that way we know that we don't crack it, because it is plastic. I don't know, I might go with a high airflow manifold, but I don't know yet. I'm really just in the starting stage of like figuring out what I really want to do with the engine. We did set a goal before that I do still want to reach 700 ponies coming out of the exhaust, coming to the wheels. Of course, we're gonna have to do some upgrades, compression, majority of compression, just stuff like that. So y'all just stay tuned. We're gonna get stuff situated, but before we get to the 700, we have to incline to another goal. So we're gonna make footsteps. So instead of just trying to shoot straight to the top, we got to learn how to walk before we can run. So we're gonna go ahead and get this pulled apart. I might put y'all back on time lapse, or I might just skip ahead to a good position in this video. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So I didn't throw y'all on the time lapse. We got a couple parts that we done took off: the manifold, my front end, air intake box, the EGR valve. Wait, one of those. Alternator, the alternator, man. So look, if y'all don't know, I took this alternator off my purple V6 Chrysler, and for some reason, and for some reason, the screw came off, right? And it started welding this thing, bro. So I'm glad we got this situated now, or got to the point where it didn't nothing bad happen or whatever. But now we're a few steps closer to getting the engine taken out. It's getting kind of dark outside, as I can see. I'm planning on getting to a stopping point tonight, so I'm not going to take off the covers and everything. I'm just going to jack her up and lift her off the ground. That way, like, if like rodents and stuff, I can't even talk, y'all. If like rodents and stuff was to try to get in, it'll be it'll barely be able to get in. You got to be really trying to get in. But we definitely got to change the power steering pump, because it's been leaking everywhere over here, and we probably have to change the whole steering rack, or the I forgot what they call it, but they call it like the rack and pin or something like that. Anyway, all the valves look good, as we did go across the country to Utah from Maryland. That was like 5,000 miles total in driving, not even including the miles before we even hit the road. So everything looked good and healthy. those who do know, the bolts that are inside connected to the flywheel, I think it's only like 3 of them connected to the flywheel. I mean the flywheel to the torque converter. So that's that. But like I said, we're getting close to getting everything taken out. Of course, we're gonna have to switch to the bottom and disconnect the exhaust from the headers. To be on the safe side, we might go ahead and take these covers off. Well, we definitely gonna take the coil packs off because we don't want to crack none. But I definitely want to find a better way to take this motor out. So tonight, I think I'm gonna go to Home Depot or something, or somewhere that sells that type of stuff. That way we can like just kind of lift it up and pull it out. Like, we don't gotta go high or nothing. We took the front off, so we just got this on, which is the radiator for the AC compressor and transmission fluid and stuff like that. But other than that, everything looked healthy. The oil that we took out looked healthy. The coolant still draining, but we got the car leaned back, so when we lean it forward, stuff should come out. The lower hose, the hoses was in good condition. The only thing that has stuck out, but that I do know about, is the oil leak, which is down there, but I think it's from the oil pan gasket. So enough talking. I'm gonna run to Home Depot. If I record and start recording and get back on here, y'all will know. But I will let y'all know if I start recording for the next day, because honestly, I am tired. I just got off work and stuff like that. But yeah, so we really had a good stopping point regardless. But I do want to kind of get it to the point where tomorrow we could just lift and pull, and then we might just do it tonight depending on how I feel and stuff like that. You know, everything gotta align with how I really feel. But y'all make sure I like, comment, subscribe, man. We is getting stuff done. Gotta get my thumbnail. Let me see. Gotta get my thumbnail for y'all. Boom. That's a good one. Something like that. It's 6:15. So since it's 6:15, like I said, if we come back out here and get some more work done, y'all will see it might be on time lapse. But this iPhone camera starts to get trashy after a certain time. So, and we do got lights over there, so we'll be all right. If I do want to go hard tonight. No diddy. What's going on, YouTube? Is back. So today yesterday, y'all know we already got like this far into removing the engine, right? Usually it's like a little metal plate right here for like, I guess like a heat shield or something for the wires up here. But I took that off when I put this engine back in. So now that we got the top half unbuckled, the power steering pump undone, and the AC pump, or whatever you want to call it, we got that undone. We got the top end undone. So now we need to work on the bottom end, which is the exhaust. So both exhausts, disconnected them, and the starter. Well, the starter can stay on, I think, or do it go directly to the transmission. So we're gonna take the starter off anyway. Take the starter off, then we're gonna work the back end of the transmission, because it got like probably like 5 or 6 bolts on the bottom end, and I can hit the 2 top end ones from the bottom. So once we get the transmission bolts knocked out, the starter knocked out, and the cradle bolts out, we should be able to pull her up. Oh yeah, also the exhaust bolts, but that's not that much, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so with a little bit of helping hands, we got the engine out. Got the torque converter right here. We can get that out later. We're gonna work on that. But everything else look good. Only thing is all this slime and grudge and whatever you want to call it came from the power steering. So we're gonna have to replace the power steering pump. We're gonna have to replace the rack and pinion because I don't know what's going on with it. Like, it shouldn't be leaking that bad. So, and of course we're gonna go in here and pressure wash everything, clean everything up. That way we have a good engine bay to work with. But other than that, it didn't really take long. I just was, slowing my stuff down and doing a lot. But here go the engine from the junkyard. We know the rear seal of the engine is not leaking, but we're gonna break it down once I get on the engine stand. So with that being said, thanks for watching. We're gonna come to you with another video. Now that we got the engine out, we're gonna start breaking it down and we're gonna start replacing stuff that we want to fix and also put in some upgrade parts. So with that being said, continue to keep watching, stay tuned, and we out.